What's going on, everybody? Moonfall is the movie that I'm here to see. When I first heard that Moonfall was coming out and then I saw the previews, I was like, skip, 100% pass. I will not go see this movie. And then they decided to do like a 4-week nothing, right? We had Spider-Man and it was awesome. Then we had Matrix drop on HBO Max and it was not great, but it was something. And then we got Scream mid-January and they were like, see you in February. And we're like, oh, well, what's coming out? Oh, Jackass 4 and Moonfall. So I'm here to see Moonfall. I hope it's good. It's been weird. There's been so much snow in my area lately that they actually shut the theaters down for the past 2 days. And then today, when I went to go see it, I chose the 12. It's a smaller theater. Less people usually go there. And when I went to go check my reservation that I had made, it said, oh, we're closed today too. So the 16's open. It's bigger. There's more people a little later in the day. We're going to see, but I'm excited about the movie because I haven't seen a new movie in weeks. So Moonfall. I hope it's good. I'll let you know.
Hang on! Everybody, hang on!
I'm gonna get you home!
Alright guys, so I just got on Moonfall, so we're going to talk about it, obviously. But I'm not going to talk about it just yet, because as you can see, it snowed again, and as you can probably guess, it's really cold. And I have to sit here in my car, because I can't do it outside right now. It's too cold for that. And sitting in my car, well, the lighting's not great. And also, it's so cold in this car right now. I can't turn the heat on until I do it. So I will do my review when I get back to my house. So Moonfall, that's right. I made it to my basement. I just wanted to open with the word Moonfall. I like saying that right now. I don't know why. Okay, so Moonfall is a disaster movie, an alien movie, not really an alien movie, not really a disaster. It's kind of like, it's a bunch of things and it doesn't commit to any of them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about this movie the entire time. The premise of Moonfall is the moon is crashing down to Earth and you don't know why in the trailers, so I can't tell you why here. What I can tell you is it's directed by Roland Emmerich, who directed Independence Day and he directed The Day After Tomorrow. So those two movies, I knew Roland Emmerich was doing this and I knew he directed Independence Day. I didn't realize he directed The Day After Tomorrow. That makes a lot of sense because the entire movie I was thinking, this feels like The Day After Tomorrow. Like all the disaster scenes that happened, even one part with the Chrysler building at one point, like it felt like The Day After Tomorrow in that way. And then all of the, I don't know, all the space stuff and like the convoluted plot lines that were going on, it also felt like Independence Day in that regard. Now, this is no Independence Day. I want to be very clear here. It doesn't have the polish that is the wonderful Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith working together to defeat an alien race that was trying to take over America on the wrong day of the year. That was the day they took back their independence. All right. The point I'm trying to make here is that there are hints from those other movies and they kind of shoehorn them into this. And this movie just doesn't have that flavor. I mean, this movie, it follows Patrick Wilson and several other people that he's either an ex-friend of or an ex-husband of. And then those friends have exes. Like, everybody's an ex in this movie. There was a lot of potential, I feel like, here. And they just threw every scenario at the board. And again, referencing Independence Day here, one of the few things that I dislike about Independence Day is every time they're in space doing a space thing, they're like, oh yeah, and there's people on Earth, let's cut to them. And that's what they do in this movie. Every time there's like conflict in space, which is actually the cool part of the movie that I like and we'll get to in a minute, they always cut back to the people on Earth going through people on Earth stuff, disaster movie stuff. I don't know, I get they were trying to build all of this tension at one time for the viewer, but at no point did I feel on the edge of my seat because just as it would start to get good on Earth, they'd cut back to space, and just as it would start to get interesting in space, and it is interesting, they'd cut back to the people on Earth getting held up at gunpoint by bad people, because of course in disaster movies, when there's disaster happening, there's also bad people doing disaster movie bad people stuff. So because of all these cliches, the movie, I just have real mixed feelings about it. I actually really loved the space aspect of this movie. I mean, just seeing space in the theater is awesome, especially when it has a budget. So space on a budget on a big screen, it's unbeatable. Like, I couldn't get that same experience in my movie theater room. I couldn't get that same experience anywhere else. The theater is where it's at. The first movie I ever saw in theaters was Lost in Space. And, well, some of that CGI doesn't necessarily hold up. Seeing it as a 9-year-old, Lost in Space on the big screen, it lit up the big screen for me. So anytime there's a space movie, I go see it. Like when I saw Ad Astra, and I've got a review on that, you can go check it out. snore fest of a movie. And I'll give this movie that. It wasn't a snore fest, so that was nice. But yeah, there's just too many plot lines, too many people going through too many situations at once. And the third act just felt like a jumbled mess because of it. So you've got a cool idea of a space movie, something happening on the moon crashing down to Earth. But you just got too much in this movie to make me, the viewer, interested the entire time. Like, there's just too much going on at a certain point. I was just like, I don't care about any of these characters. Every single one of them could die, and it just is what it is. And then there's one other thing that I dislike: convenient deaths within the movie. If there's somebody standing in the way of a one person and another person, don't worry, conveniently they are gonna die. It's just, I don't know. I shouldn't expect much from a January or February movie. It's just the way it works. I also shouldn't expect much for Moonfall, but since I knew Roland Emmerich was behind it, I had a glimmer of hope, and it just kind of fell flat. I don't know if this will be on my worst movies of the year. I'll be completely honest. If this is on my worst movies of the year list, then it's not going to be a bad year for movies, because I didn't hate it, but I was kind of bored. So I don't know if it's worst movie of the year contender, but it's fine. If you have missed the movies like I have missed the movies the last couple of weeks, then maybe go see Moonfall. Maybe enjoy it. I'm going to go check out Jackass tomorrow night, so hopefully that's a fun time at the theater. But again, I grew up with Jackass, and you know exactly what you're getting with Jackass. This is going to be Johnny Knoxville doing stupid stuff the entire time. So that's why I want to see Moonfall. I was like, maybe this will give me something cool. And yeah, like I said, the space portion of this movie is cool, but there's just not enough of it. And then the stuff on Earth is just so... who cares? And that's my movie review, guys. If you enjoyed this movie review, hit the like button. Make sure if you want to see your friends to see this, because we want to grow the channel as best as possible, make sure you share it. If you are seeing me for the first time, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I got a lot of content coming your way. If you like Blu-ray reviews, if you like movie reviews, really movies in general, like just hit the subscribe button. And finally, guys, if you have taken the time to see Moonfall this weekend, well, put your thoughts about Moonfall in the comment section down below, because I love talking with you guys. It's my favorite thing to do. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Real question, guys. Who asked for this? Who said the Foo Fighters should do a movie? What's going on here?